Well, after weeks of choking air, rising public anger, and India Today's relentless coverage, the pollution crisis has finally pushed its way in the Parliament's winter session. After 10 days of the Sansad in session, 10 long days, air pollution has finally become a topic of discussion. India Today has been pushing, questioning, campaigning, insisting that those in power address an issue affecting millions every single day. This relentless coverage has forced changemakers to address the crisis, which is long overdue. Here's more.
After weeks of breathing toxic air and after repeated calls for action
on the air quality, prompting dark jokes
and sustained coverage that simply could not be ignored,
in the world.
India Today's sustained campaign on air pollution has now forced a debate at the highest level. The issue has finally found its place in the winter session. Leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, demanded an urgent discussion in the House, urging political unity to address what he called a national health emergency.
Most of our cities, major cities, are living under a blanket of poisonous air. The House would agree that air pollution, the damage it is doing to our people, is something that we would like to cooperate on. I think it's important that the government develops a plan for how to get rid of air pollution in our cities.
Union Minister Kiren Rijiju acknowledged that the government is ready for a full debate, assuring that the Parliament will take up the worsening pollution crisis.
Government from the day one had made our position very clear that on all important matters, government is ready to discuss and also to find out solutions, taking along the suggestions from all the members, including the principal opposition party led by Rahul Gandhi ji.
While the discussion has been triggered, the House will only pick up the issue of air pollution for debate if the Lok Sabha's Business Advisory Committee now schedules time for the same. Remember, India Today had incessantly urged changemakers to pick up issues directly affecting millions of citizens.
Protests demanding clean air are happening barely a kilometer away from the Parliament. But inside the Parliament, not a single minute has been allocated to discuss an issue as important as this. Citizens today on the streets are asking, our kids are dying earlier. They have shortened lifespans, ailments. Why hasn't this become a national air emergency just yet?
When it comes to Delhi's dirty air, breathing shouldn't be a privilege is what placard says. A placard reads there, "Save our planet." Welcome to Delhi NCR AQI at 500 plus. This is only a protest, but again and again, and rightfully so, it's putting the spotlight on a very important issue, a health issue that affects everyone.
The eyes of the nation are now on its netas, but rest assured that we will ensure that our lawmakers don't evade their responsibility to give us breathable air. With Sneha, Mordani and Sonal Mehrotra Kapoor, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, it really is a matter of relief, really, for all of us that finally there could be a possible discussion on this entire matter. Aishwarya is getting in more details from Parliament House, covering that big issue today where in 0 hour Rahul Gandhi raised it. Sonal has also been covering this story, relentlessly asking the question every single day on why is this matter not being taken up in Parliament. The session had started around about 10 days ago, but this wasn't picked up in spite of pressure from the opposition. Aishwarya, to you first. Right now, in 0 hour, this matter was raised, and the sense from Rahul Gandhi, the leader of the opposition, was that they are willing to work with the government on this one. He said there will be political unity. Talk to us about the way forward. I understand that the BAC, the Business Advisory Committee, eventually would decide when this can be taken up, and what are you picking up? Is it something that's going to find place in the BAC next week? Can we expect a longish sort of a discussion on this? What are you learning?
Well, Sneha, we will see that it's the government which actually also now
Yes.
wants to speak about it, because now they are ready with the plan. They want to tell the people what exactly they are doing, because they are also understanding that this is something, one of the major poll planks on the back of which after 27 long years,
Right.
it was the BJP which has come back to power in the national capital. So they now have a plan. They are also looking at almost the next 1 year, because they believe this is not a magic wand, and they also don't have a magic wand through which we can see, just in the next 3 to 4 months, the pollution problem being solved. They will have to have a short-term plan, a medium-term plan, and a long-term plan. At the moment, the government is working on both, the central government as well as the Delhi government. So if they speak on the floor of the parliament, this
Right.
indeed will give them also an opportunity to speak about it and to tell the world what exactly they are doing, and to tell the citizens how they are looking at tackling the pollution problem. Sneha.
And finding solutions, most importantly, isn't it? Be with us, Aishwarya. Coming back to you, Sonal is also joining in. Sonal, it's a matter of relief, I would say. Der aaye, durust aaye, itne din ho gaye. Finally, they decide to take this issue up. That too in 0 hour. It was a few moments of Rahul Gandhi talking about it, but eventually we'll see on how many hours the BSC allocates to this discussion, and then what really comes out of it, because solutions is what we need, isn't it?
You're right, Sneha, but I differ slightly in what you're saying at the moment. I think today is a classic day of what we can say 1 step forward and 10 steps back.